Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. My name is Prabha Prasad and the next few minutes of this video is going to be all about colorectal cancer. Colorectal cancer, also known as bowel cancer, colon cancer or rectal cancer, is the development of the cancer from the colon or rectum. Signs and symptoms may include blood in the stool, a change in bowel movements, weight loss and fatigue. Other symptoms of colorectal cancer may include change in bowel habits, diarrhea or constipation, a feeling that the bowel does not empty properly after a movement, blood in the feces that makes stools look black, bright red blood coming from the rectum, pain and bloating in the abdomen, a feeling of fullness in the abdomen even after not eating for a while, fatigue or tiredness, unexplained weight loss, a lump in the abdomen or the back passage felt by your doctor, unexplained iron deficiency in men or women after menopause. Most of these symptoms may also indicate other possible conditions. It is important to see a doctor if symptoms persist for 4 weeks or more. Now let's talk about what causes colorectal cancer. Doctors aren't certain about what causes most colon cancers. In general, colon cancer begins when healthy cells in the colon develop changes in their DNA. A cell's DNA contains a set of instructions that tell a cell what to do. Healthy cells grow and divide in an orderly way to keep your body functioning normally. But when a cell's DNA is damaged and becomes cancerous, cells continue to divide even when new cells aren't needed. As the cells accumulate, they form a tumor. With time, the cancer cells can grow to invade and destroy normal tissues nearby. And cancerous cells can travel to other parts of the body to form deposits there. Now let's move on to the stages of a cancer. The stages of a cancer defines how far it has spread. Determining the stage helps choose the most appropriate treatment. A commonly used system gives the stages a number from 0 to 4. Stage 0. This is the earliest stage when the cancer is still within the mucosa or inner layer of the colon or rectum. Stage 1. The cancer has grown through the inner layer of the colon or rectum but has not yet spread beyond the wall of the colon or rectum. Step 2. The cancer has grown through or into the wall of the colon or rectum but it has not yet reached the nearby lymph nodes. Stage 3. The cancer has invaded the nearby lymph nodes but it has not yet affected other parts of the body. Stage 4. The cancer has spread to the other parts of the body including other organs such as the liver, the membrane lining the abdominal cavity, the lung or the ovaries. The last stage is the recurrent stage. In this stage, the cancer has returned after the treatment. It may come back and affect the rectum, colon or other parts of the body. After the stages, now let's talk about the factors that may increase your risk of colon cancer. The first one is older age. Colon cancer can be diagnosed at any age, but a majority of people with colon cancer are older than 50. The rate of colon cancer in people younger than 50 have been increasing, but doctors are not sure why. The second one is a personal history of colorectal cancer or polyps. If you have already had colon cancer or non-cancerous colon polyps, you have a greater risk of colon cancer in the future. The third point is inflammatory intestinal conditions. Chronic inflammatory diseases of the colon such as ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease can increase your risk of colon cancer. The fourth factor is inherited syndromes that increase colon cancer risk. Some gene mutations passed through generations of your family can increase your risk of colon cancer significantly. Only a small percentage of colon cancers are linked to inherited genes. The next point is family history of colon cancer. You're more likely to develop colon cancer if you have a blood relative who has had the disease. If more than one family member has colon cancer, your risk is even greater. The next point is low fiber or high fat diet. Colon cancer and rectal cancer may be associated with a typical Western diet, which is low in fiber and high in fat and calories. Research in this area has had mixed results. Some studies have found an increased risk of colon cancer in people who eat diets high in red and processed meat. The next is a secondary lifestyle. People who are inactive are more likely to develop colon cancer. Getting regular physical activity may reduce your risk of having colon cancer. The next is diabetes. People with diabetes or insulin resistance have an increased risk of colon cancer. Next is obesity. People who are obese have an increased risk of colon cancer and an increased risk of dying of colon cancer when compared with people considered normal weight. The next point is smoking and alcohol. People who smoke may have an increased risk of colon cancer. Heavy use of alcohol also increases your risk of colon cancer. Finally, let's talk about the ways to protect ourselves from colorectal cancer. The first point is get screened for colorectal cancer. Screenings are tests that look for cancer before the signs and symptoms develop. Colorectal screenings can often find growths on the colon or rectum called polyps that can be removed before they turn into cancer. These tests also find colon or rectal cancer earlier when the treatments are more likely to be successful. Second point is eat lots of vegetables, fruits and whole grains. Diets that includes lots of vegetables, fruits and whole grains have been linked with a decreased risk of colon or rectal cancer. Eat less red meat and processed meats, which have been linked with an increased risk of colorectal cancer. The next point is get regular exercise. If you are not physically active, you may have a greater chance of developing colon or rectal cancer. Increasing your activity may help reduce your chances of developing colon cancer. The next point is watch your weight. Being overweight or obese increases your risk of getting and dying from colon or rectal cancer. Eating healthier and increasing your physical activity can help you control your weight. The next point is don't smoke. Long-term smokers are more likely than non-smokers to develop and die from colon or rectal cancer. Getting help increases your chances of quitting successfully. Changing some of these lifestyles may be difficult, but making the changes can also lower the risk for many other types of cancers as well as other serious diseases like heart disease and diabetes. That's all for today everyone. Hope this video helps. Stay safe.